Hi all. So welcome to another day on this JMeter training, and we are talking about the execution part. Okay? So where we left in the last is here as per the PPT. We fixed or we talked about the issue related to the error logs for failing requests, right, or error requests, how to save them, and why that is very much important. And then we see some important feature of the GTL file, right? So that's the curve. Okay, fine. Not any. Then next today, very quickly we'll see. So a few things we'll see. Like this will be part of enhancement only. Like one thing we'll see how to generate a report from HTML mode. And if you want to see generate GTL that also from GUI mode, how to generate HTML report from GUI mode and GTL file from GUI mode. Currently, what we have done that all the GTL file generation and and HTML report generation is done through non-GUI. Non-GUI is what command line, correct command, right? But GUI is the user interface. So suppose you are doing a small run test, 10 user, 20 user, 50 user, 100 user, and generally no one will like to go in directly in non-GUI. Correct. You can do the things from GUI. So that one tips kind of thing I'll tell. Right. Generally, yeah, there are two ways to run the test. Many times we run the test standalone. Standalone means you are doing the same thing. You are doing the same thing. Uh, you are doing the running and execution, all those things, and parallelly you are putting the report somewhere, and you are sharing. So that is standalone. Sometime depending on project to project, we make the framework, CI/CD framework. So that time the tests are executed through Jenkins, the GitHub, right, repository. So that time it will be in non-GUI mode only because that all goes to Jenkins and other things part of non-GUI, right? So what right? So it will all depend. Suppose you are doing simple, you want to do simple run parallel, so you can do from GUI also. So that is only thing, not that like there is no much uh, like a special thing in this, right? Now, okay. So, so first thing we'll see like reading the base directory. Okay, right. So, which is announcement part in the scripting. I'll just open. Now, reading the basic script means that let us say that suppose yesterday we were here. So we were generating uh, the that XML file, error log file, right? Or uh, suppose we are running error log, we are generating the error log file, correct? So we were hard coding our path in the script, but generally we should not hard code. Why to not to hard code? Because uh, the same region, like which one? that suppose I'll give this script to you, right? And uh, yeah, so we talked about CSV, you remember, relative and absolute concept. Why we use relative? Because we do not worry about the path, right? Automatically, path take place. We have to just give the file name, right? File name, uh, file name. Right? Same way, here we are hard coding the direct, right? Result path, but better not to hard code, right? Because same, suppose you are running on CI/CD, Jenkins, or suppose if I give the uh, this script to you, so this path will be different for you, right? So why not take the JMeter JMX directory only? Means already we have made a folder called suppose pet store, and our JMX is here. So we can create automatically this path will be taken by a single command. Okay, so no need to worry. So this is the last enhancement thing that we'll be doing in the script. This helps in making the our script independent of everything, right? So that after doing this last enhancement, you do not open the script also. Right, for anything you will not be having to open all those things. Generally, you know, right, how we can all control it from uh, command line using dash j or user.properties file. Right? So even this path automatically, if it takes, so it will be more benefit. Right? So how to do? So there is a very single line command to do that. Um, I'll just take help of this. So what we have to do is this is one command. Either you can generally no need to remember, just you can keep it handy. Okay, somewhere this JMX I'll give you file. So uh, you can keep it handy. So what we have to do is in our script. Okay, this is our script. Okay. So here, see, there is two user defined variable stuff. So one is here, and this settings that you see, it's the same when we click on test plan. When you click on test plan here, we have the same thing, same user. Two user defined variables are there. By default, there is a user defined variable embedded in the test plan stuff, and one we add from our side. So adding from our side is more good. Uh, Here, we will put these two. Generally, this is the important. This is the secondary. So this is a variable name. Okay, and this is that. So first, I'll show you what it does. Simple. So for that, what I'll do, I'll add a request. It's not from this. I'll just capture this variable, put it here. We will see the output, right? Output, like how it reads the directory, and it will store in this variable that we know. And I'm calling that variable here. So output we will see. Let me disable this for now. I'll enable view on thing. So say it's automatically taking the where our JMX is there. So it will read the JMX directory, right, by default. Uh, Wherever you keep the JMX wherever, so automatically that whole path it will read, and it will push, like it will store that. Okay. Now we will use it. we can use this in many places. So, mm, so this one, let's this variable copy. Uh, one more test result folder. Now, let us say that uh, this is the simple data writer, right, for generating the error log, right, in our script. Okay. So either we can parameterize that variable here instead of that long, like this, right? So automatically that path will be taken, then a test result and PS0PP, and here the results will be automatically generated. Or we can create another variable for this stuff instead of here, that so that in future you want to change. So here only you can put it like suppose test result that, and it is like this dollar progresses that path, right? No, this one, JMX direct. So this is JMX direct. Means JMX directory means like here we are here, right? My JMX is here, correct? This is, so it is reading that. Now inside that one more folder is there called test region, and inside that PH01 PB for this. Okay, so that we can write. I'll copy this part. Uh, like this. Less. This will PH0 PB. Okay. Now we will enclose that using P function, so that you know. So that suppose this path you want to change from without opening the script, right? So better enclosing. So P, first thing is this variable name that will put here, and this is its value, default value that will put it here. Generate and replace this with this, right? Fine. Just verify. Okay. Now, one thing is yesterday we have seen one problem, right? That double slash stuff was creating an issue, right? Uh, here, giving single slash, and after that dollar was coming. So dollar is part of regular expression, and this was not getting generated. So we give double slash. We've given double slash, right? But even going forward, we'll see in programming language, generating IT word. Since this slash is a part of regular expression, so directly we do not use it. Either we have to use with double slash. Everywhere we put double slash, or we go with this slash. Okay, this slash, right? So, but by default, what will happen when you copy from here, here also, system is taking this list, right? But we have to change it. Okay, so that always remember, so that our script doesn't fail or anything. So here suppose I've given this list, so instead I'll change like this back. This backward. Now this whole thing, still here, this whole path will be stored in this variable. Now this variable I can very easily copy that and put here. This whole thing is not needed. Simply dollar flower bracket variable name, flower bracket close and backslash. Okay, this that's and then so this is how automatically the directly will be written. Okay, and other change. No, next year will be parameterizing the time that will be, but so this part is done, right? So now next thing is moving is not mandatory. This moving things up and down is not mandatory. Why I move is just I keep in sequence that, so that like generally we change this part. So this very rare we change. So I'm keeping this up. That's it. Nothing much. Now, now we talk. So this way now this script is more perfect. Right? Automatically it will be. We will parameterize the time also. Better to do parameterization for time, so that the same time can be stored in one variable and we can call it at multiple places wherever that is required. Okay, so that is also a good thing. So we'll see. First, let us do that, right? So suppose you want to run a small user, suppose 10 user, 20 user, 50 user, or 100 user. You can do from GUI mode also, and you can generate the GTL. You can generate the HTML report if you wish, right? Because always going and doing that from non-GUI is lengthy process little bit. You have to type the command and other thing. But for a small user, you can do from here. You can just increase the heap size of JMeter to 16 GB. That maximum if you can give, and even not 16, whatever maximum you can give. At least for 100 user, 80 GB is fine. Any complex script, okay. When a 8 GB RAM JMeter has, you can run in GUI also and uh, have 100 user test. Only always remember what we have to do is unnecessary listener just disable. Okay, especially this view result. This is very um, resource consuming or RAM consuming software. Okay. Next, what we have to do is this. Suppose I want to run from GUI for 10 user or 20 user or whatever, and I want to generate both things, the error log, the GTL file, the HTML report, right? How we will do that, right? So see, first simple data writer, same simple data writer we'll use here also for this purpose. So first simple data writer yesterday that we used, this is for generating the XML, which is for error log, and we selected errors here and in configuration. We went and it's not changed. It's we have to click everywhere, right? And most important, this one you have to always click all this thing. You can put a check mark everything, but very important is clicking on save as XML. Generally by default it will be unchecked. You have to always keep a check mark. Very important. And click on done and save. Don't know how it got unchecked. Just cross verify again, right? Fine. And here error will be there. So it will save only error logs of all the detail about the failing. Now we want to generate a JTL. So for JTL also, same way, you can add a simple data writer again. And same thing, this all, I'll copy this whole. put it here. And instead of here, simply give dot gt, right? Dot gt. Okay, that's it. Simple. Here we especially we have given dot xml, and here putting a check mark, and then going in configure and putting a check mark here, very important, plus all check marks that other, but this is very important, right? So that is specific for saving the error log. But suppose this is optional thing I'm teaching, this is not a mandatory, but suppose, right? Suppose you want to run from GUI and have a report, so dot jtl, simple, right? This all you know, that this is directory part, this is the time and users, this is file name, dot jtl, correct? And here nothing to do, let it be as it is. And simple, if you want, you can just change the names. You can take the names. This is error log. This is for underscore err log. This is for underscore gtl. Like that, two name you can give so that you will not be having confusion. Now I'll run. Okay. So suppose I'll run for 10 users. 10. So I have disabled the view real tree, but just to show you, I'll enable aggregate report, because aggregate report doesn't consume much info. Uh, at least it will act as a kind of summarizer. Like when we run from non-GUI, we have a summarizer, right? So we can see the things here live, but view real tree always disabled. Correct? So now if I run it, so automatically you'll see here the things will be generated. You can see. So today is 3rd October. See, these two files just came immediately, right? And yeah, today only. So one is XML file, error log, one is JTF, and currently the size is 0 KB. Why? Because test is running and data will be written slowly. So once test finish, you'll see the original size of them. Okay. View result tree I have disabled, so you do not see anything. But in aggregate report, you can see here. Okay, so 10 user, whatever thing happening, we can monitor. So that is the beauty. You see, file name automatically taken. Now, next thing, as I said, that better to parameterize the time as well in here. Okay, instead of putting at two places, we can put a variable here, time variable, and function we can put it here, and that function we can use. That will be more better. So we will do that, but first let us finish this part. So 10 user done. So the test has stopped. So we got, now we can come here and see. So this is XML file, 1 KB. Why still 1 KB? Because there is no error, I think. So no error log is written here. This is JTL 62 KB, right? The size is increased because now it is containing the results. Now, if you want to generate the HTML report, so how we will do that? So we have to go to tools, and here you see generate HTML. Here you have to give that result path. So either through browse you can do, or you can copy this, right? This one, copy as path and put it here. Just remember, when we do copy as path, there is a quotes in beginning and in the end that we have to remove, right? So this. So this is GTL copy, and this will be output directly. So only extension we will delete, right? Now here we have to give this name, user.properties. Basically, you have to give the user.properties file location. But by default, if you give this much only, it will go and take from bin directory. Okay, already in bin directory is there. So just type the spelling correctly. Okay, and click on generate. We had a report here, but if you want to have the HTML report, now it's created, right? So you can see what you can open that and okay, right. Now even this using tools and generate HTML report, not only for this GTL, any GTL. Suppose you have previous GTLs, right? Older GTL file we have. We can click on them and generate the report. Okay, any GTL, right? So this is one thing. So this is how to generate a GTL file and HTML report from GUI, right? Next is Mhm. Mhm. Next is automating the HTML report. If you want, you can automate the HTML report generation from this GUI part only. Uh, that is additional stuff I'm talking. This is not part of course, and this is no one will be asking, but just one small thing I'm taking. It may be helpful who are working in project or whenever you get a chance to work on project. So suppose this is manual effort, right? GTL is getting generated. That's fine. Every time I'll run, it will be getting generated, right? No need to give anything. So it's fully automatic, right? Meaning of automatic is there should be no manual intervention. So automatically every time I run, file will be generated, and that is. But HTML report generation, we have to do it manually. We have to go here and then put this input, and we have to, yeah, then we generate. So why not automate that, right? So we have a process that is additional thing only, not mandatory stuff. I'm saying that we have to run a command. We can add a thread group, right, like this. So in our script, right click here, go to add, and add a thread group called tear down thread group. Okay, tear down. Tear down means after. So we'll be talking about this also in future. Different type of thread group, what are they? So tear down means after first work will be done, so then second work, right? Tear down. And here put a check mark, okay, in test part. Mandatory check, right? We'll see this in future, this settings, but for now, yeah, do that. Now here in this tear down, you can add a processor, right? Which will, very simple command, very simple command. Nothing is there. If you see test result dot path, a variable in that we are storing the test result directory, right? And this line I have written to move those slash in backslash, right? In the path in test result directory, whenever it was reading the test result directory, I hope you have seen it is reading like this, correct? And so reading like this, okay. So half part it's reading like this, and after this we have made like this here. It's like this, right? This part is this thing. So it works uh, when we give here. It doesn't create any confusion. Okay. But when we write the programming, this should be proper. Either you use double slash or this single one. So this line is converting whatever, replacing whatever is there, either this one or this one, in that whole path with this, right? Means this whole is getting replaced by this, because automatically it will read like this one, because it's reading. So that is done, right? Then here, uh, Mm. So next thing is this one, get runtime dot execute command. This is just for Windows. Okay. This thing we have to take. Maybe for Mac Ubuntu it will differ, right? And this, JMeter dash G and variable name, the path, and this user.jtl, right? Dash O and the output directory. Okay. Now from where this we are taking this thing, this is coming from here, actually here in our script, which is here, right? This is our script. So this is sorry, the JTL thing here, right? Okay, this the file is here, right? So the same thing will be converted JMeter dash G JTL file dash O, right? Now to avoid that thing, right? Because we are calling time function multiple places, so we can store that in a separate variable with a short name. You can give like time and put it here. And that, time function. In which format you want, you can give. Yeah. YMMDD by our system, how it is generated. Whichever format you want to, format we can change. For now, let us go with this. We'll see. Yesterday, first we did with HH, then some problem was there. We converted to pixel, right? Okay, we'll change still. But first, let us do this. So we can put it here. This much only. We can put that here also. So it becomes more easy, right? So from one place here, we can even you want to control the format. No need to go and type or change at multiple places, right? So that becomes the beauty. Now here, the same thing as you said, add a command called JSR223 sampler, and this two lines of code. This is just additional stuff. More what I have done here, we will understand after being cell section. Then you will find nothing. It's nothing. Especially even if you see it's nothing. Okay, this is getting the execution or command prompt. Okay, so it will be going in command prompt mode. It will be opening in backend. Backend means virtual memory, which we cannot see. Then it will type this command, right? JMeter dash G and all things, and it will yeah, this right, dash G and whole path. This visual part is stored here, and this GTL file. That's the output direct. Okay. Right. So we'll see. Let's see. So for just one user, I'll run it little fast so that we'll see how it works. So one user. This is the mode currently. Yes, we have this 24-hour format, which looks like this. This is 12-hour format. Whatever you want to prefer, you are free to choose them. So you see, it generated the estimate automatically. One user we just ran. So it has. Okay, so that much easy thing. And there is one more way using OS sampler we do. Again, what OS sampler does, we can talk later on. Okay, but or maybe in future I will come and discuss this. OS sampler executes the system commands, any system. So here you have to give system CMD and where is JMeter is located. That path you have to give. Right? In this process is more better because here we do not give the JMeter. Where is JMeter in my system? Okay, automatically reads that. Okay, remember I have written here also. Does not require giving or passing JMeter working directory, JMeter directory. Okay. But in this we have to manually give where is your JMeter, that path you have to. Then you run this command slash c JMeter dash g and this stuff, right? Dash o and this thing, right? So it's like that. Okay. So and this right, what it is doing. It is doing the same thing that we do in non-GUI. We open the command prompt and we type this, right? JMeter dash g, the GTL file path, output dash o and output. It's doing that. So this is just an additional information if you want to automate the this hmm, HTML report creation, so that now it take control all the thing manually, right? Not manual. All the thing are taken control in automated way. We now I am doing nothing, right? You see, I'll be just running, and every time a new file name, automatic report generation. Uh, okay, all is coming. Again, we can try. Suppose one more time I'll run. So you can see one more time it came. Right? And what is the beauty? Suppose one user if you are running, right, automatically it takes the number of users here and time based. Right? It's coming time based. So the beauty is like we can identify from the time. Okay, one user we just ran, one user which is here. No, it is here. This one. Okay, this one. And next one user I'm running. So from date and time again you can verify. Now, which format you should prefer? I should think we should go with 24. Mm, yep, which A will be the month. This is not right. So I think there is no confusion in this. Okay. Okay. So you can take this script. So I'll give you with this changes. So this is the final script. Or one more concept is there about backend listening. Okay. After completing this, or maybe I'll give now. You can have a look. Just let me change. So this is the updated final script. So hope you have, if all have, you all have that link down. So you can download. You can download this updated from. Fine. Now, so this all done. Next thing, yeah, we still have a little time. Uh, uh, yeah. So let us finish this test shoot thing. Yeah, we'll quickly finish this. So next topic we will be talking about is the test suit. No, no, before test suit. Yeah, test suit. Then covering of the um, some other topics here because these are all interrelated. So we'll finish this test suit here. Great. So we will finish this test suit. Okay, test suit stuff. I have to rearrange this something. So do that. because these executions are interrelated. So I just want to finish them in one go so that we will understand. Then in the from reporting part, what is left, I'll cover that. Okay. Um, Reporting means understanding the report. So test suite, right? What is test suite? The test suite means running multiple scenarios in one go. So currently, suppose we ran product booking, right? So that is individual scenario. Okay. So either you are running product booking, or you are running user registration, or you are running cancellation of the product, right? So this is running of individual scenario, right? Till now, what we have done, maybe you take user registration or product booking. So we ran individual. So it depends. Okay. See, in project, either maybe you will be running individual scenario. Maybe you'll be running different scenario. So at least we should have an idea, right? So either you run individual different scenario one at a time, or we can run all multiple at a time. So when we run multiple at a time, then a more wider concept of workload modeling comes, which we can understand here. Like suppose there are uh, there is suppose four scenarios are there. One scenario is like users are coming and simply doing browse, and they are logging in, browsing a product and logging out. Okay, simple browse. They are not booking anything. One is the main scenario where main product booking is happening, right? Product booking. One is where user is cancellation scenario. One is where users are running raise complaint, right? They are raising the complaint. So we have four scripts, four different scenarios, and we have to run it parallelly. Now, and you want to distribute the user load. Let us say I have 1,000 user load, and out of that, 600 will simply do the browsing, 200 will do the product booking, right? 100 will do cancellation, and 100 will do raising of the complaint, right? Like that. Okay. So then, so this is what we have. Users are 1,000, but now those users are segregated in different scenarios. Okay. So only 600 doing this, 200 doing this. Well, it depend. This I've just made an example, but yeah, hope you understand. So how we can do that? So in that time, we have to first you have to prepare all the script for this scenario that suppose we have prepared product booking or user registration to scenario, like that you prepare for all this. Then we have to make this all in single test script. Okay, single test script, right? uh, Means in single test plan. Then only we can distribute the users and run. Okay, and that is when we will be running all multiple scenario at a time. Okay, so first what we have executed is individual one. Now we are going to run multiples at the same. So that is what test suite and how we do. And suppose this kind of requirement will be there, then how we will be doing that, correct? So we have product booking and user registration. So that's what test suite is merging and running two or more scenario or thread group in a test plan parallelly. Parallel means at same time. Test suite also helps in performing regression testing, means when we have to run all tests, right? That is regression test. One important thing is like this part already we have done while preparing the test script. Steps were there, right? If you remember, but still I have written that delete the JMeter sequencing number at end of each request for at least all common transaction of that application, and keep the name of this common transaction and their request same in all the script. Okay. It needs to be done only if there is a plan to run test suite that is executing multiple scenario at a time. Because doing this or as doing this helps in better test suite execution and reporting. Okay. So this already we have done, and I think I have explained the reason for that also. So we have two scenario. We'll use them uh, to prepare our test suite, and we'll see how this all works. It's very simple. Okay. So I open in JMeter, two JMeter first. This is one JMeter, this is another. Now, so let's so first I'll open my product booking. So let us say this is product booking. I'll open that in JMeter, and I'll go to file and give a name, another separate name. So save test plan as separate name. Now let us say we have a test case for this as well. ES03 test TS, right? Test both. Okay. So with same name we'll give here. ES03 TS test suite. You can give short form. Some name like test store, test suite, and short form of what test suite we are running. Suppose product booking and user registration. Right. Okay. So it will be saved with another JMX file. Right. Here you can see. Now, here if you see, only product booking is there. Okay, product booking is there, right? Now, what we'll do, only product booking scenario is there. I can see product booking thread group, it's all transaction. Now, what we have to do, we have to bring the other thread group of other scenarios, like suppose I'll open the user registration. So this is this sub file, and product booking is there. Now here a user. So user registration. So this scenario we have to copy it here. So there are two ways to do that. Either just see. Either we can go to file and go to merge, and choose that another scenario. Suppose user registration. So select that, and click on open. Okay. So click on open. So it will be merged here. See. User, it came, right? This whole thing, it came here. Here the product booking and this thing came. So that is one way to do like that. If you have another scenario, like said, as I said, suppose 4 5 are there, so you can merge like that all scenario. Okay, but first you have to have the individual script and then you can merge. So that is one way to do, right? But in this way, what is actually this is also fine, there is no problem, but only thing is, remember that when you merge like this, you will see that suppose user variables, it got added 2 times. Do you see? Here also it's there, here also it's there. We just need anyone, right? So you have to delete, right? So some changes we have to do. Plus again, view result tree, this aggregate report, already it's there. Again, it got added. So this like that manually you have to delete selecting. You just need the user registration scenario and yeah, it's cooking manager or data and it's transaction, correct? And we can move this up here, yeah, like this. Okay. So that thing, because whenever you merge, automatically all this thing is copied. That is only difference. There is no. Okay. So that is one way. Another one is like suppose I'm deleting this. You just copy. Suppose you have opened that here. So just copy this, Control C, and select this test plan and Control V. So only that particular thread group will be copied here, right? Unnecessary thing will not be copied. So anyone you can do. Just you have to know like what you are doing, and so when we do merge, so some unnecessary thing will come. So we have to fix that. That's why I'll just move it out. So now this is test suite. So you see product booking, user is, you can add two more script or whatever, three more script. Correct. Now, few changes we have to make. Like what are few changes? Some name, like suppose here some name. It's a PS03 PS9 PS03 PS. Uh, Give that name, and also we have to update the name. You can. These are some minor changes, facial changes we see. Okay, or facial beautification. And for this, you want to store in a separate folder. So test results, right? So here I'll update the test result folder. For user registration also, suppose you are running individually, so all those things you have to do, like what we have done in product booking, like uh, this all thing, add them in that test result folder, and giving like this, or automating uh, the HTML report. Same way you have to do, right? You can do that. I have given the script, finalize script for user registration. Now we are working on test. So this simple facial beautification we are doing. So name, change the name here. Then suppose this result will go in separate called folder called ES03TS. So that update, the thing only to update. Depending on your requirement, you can change think time, number of user pacing. That you know, right? Now comes the main thing. So before we do, I think that I need to change here. Do I need to change anything? No change here. No change here. See, removing any unnecessary hard-coded value, how it saves the life is, you see here, suppose I have not used any specific thing which is dependent on my script, right? Maybe the name or name or the scenario ID, all this thing we are not using. So automatically it will take. Suppose you have just changed it here. Now no need to change in all those places. See, if this three component will be same everywhere. Either it was individual product booking, or you can use them in individual user registration or test suite, right? Yeah. Now comes the running. Okay. So running is like, suppose for now I'll run it just for your understanding. So here only one user is there, right? You see one user, and this one user is parameterized in this variable, and this variable we are using here, and we are using here also. Okay. So we are using that variable here also and here also. So it means that one user will come here for product booking, and one user for user registration also it will come for user registration. So this in total, when I place the run button, so in total it will be running for two users. One user running product booking, one user running user registration. We'll see. Let me run. Let me clear all this, and let me. So meanwhile it runs. We can immediately come here, and you can see another folder is created. Automatically it will be created, even though you do not have to manually create it. Folder is created like this is PA03TS in test result folder, because it's already automatically reading all this thing, and we have given this all here. Right, yeah. JMX file it's reading. Sorry, JMX directory is reading. Then this folder we have mentioned, right? So that is the beauty. So it's all full automated almost. Right? Date time is coming here. You can see. So JTL came. There are log thing. Here it's showing one. So one user currently, but we'll see that later on. For now, you see total two users. It ran in the middle. It there error is there. That's why we do not see anything. Wait, I'll just stop it and run it again. Why we were not able to see anything in view result tree? Because here I selected errors. by default, by mistake. Okay. Maybe in previous session I was showing something. So that's why you'll not be able to see anything when you run. Only error, if any error is coming, then be able to see. Not an issue, will run it. So you see two users are on. And now you see two home page. So one home page is of user registration and one home page is of product booking. You see. Same way enter a store is product booking. This enter a store is user registration. Then this sign in of product booking. This sign in of user registration, right? Like that. Uh, this login is of product booking, product booking. This is of user registration. This is of product booking. User registration scenario is less because we know only how many transactions are there. Only 5 transactions are there. In product booking, more transactions are there. Right? So, but so you will be able to see both results here. You can see, right? Product booking transactions also getting executed and user registration scenario also getting executed parallelly. This login here is of user registration, right? Because in user registration also login is there, right? The login is there. Right? So, so hope you see, right? This is how it will be executed, and this all thing you know. Uh, this all you know we have done that. So this HTML report and that this from where this is coming, that all we know. All we know, so no need to discuss. Only thing what we need to discuss is the scenarios. Okay, workload. So before that, like it is error. Is from okay. This all is dependent on Groovy Java. So this syntax is throwing error. So this is actually of Groovy. Okay. Same thing I'm trying to run in Java. So that line of code is throwing some dependencies there. So specifically this is Groovy dependent. Maybe I have when I search I just take the help of Groovy thing. So if we want to convert it to Java, we look into it. Okay. So that it can run both Groovy Java. So this is code problem, I think. Okay. So here also I have to update running. Fine. So uh, that HTML thing was not getting generated because of that groovy Java stuff. So we will discuss that again. So for now, let us ignore that. Now coming to the test suite, right? So that again, I'll freshly run one more time. Test result, test suite. I'll just delete all this. Now we will have the report also. So how report looks, that also we'll see. So I'll just run it again. I'll run it fast. So we can see here in aggregate report, you will see everything will be shown as 2 times, right? The common transaction will be shown as 2 times. Remember, this is what we discussed, right? Like because homepage, enter store, and login and sign in and sign out, right? Remember, this is common in both the scenarios. So one user is executing homepage of product booking, one user is executing homepage of user registration. One user is executing enter store of product booking, one user is executing enter store of user. So that's why two times, right? Sign in is getting repeated at three places. Three places means it is getting repeated 2 times only in here. Where also sign in, here also sign in our user registration scenario. So sign in of product booking and sign in 2 times of user registration. So 3 times we see. Apart from that, login somewhere here, login again 2 times, correct? Right? Yeah. 2 times homepage, 2 times enter store, 3 times sign in, 2 times login, and sign out in the last will be sign out. If you see, is two times sign. Yeah, sign. Okay. Now the uncommon transaction means like product booking has some other uncommon, and user registration has some uncommon transaction. So that you see will be one time, right? And you can see from here also like what are uncommon here in user registration. So uncommon are PS15 and PS16. So you can see here 15, 16 somewhere it will be there. Yeah, PS16, PS15 one time, right? One time. And the select item ID, confirm my account are of product booking. They are one time. So this is how it looks. Now let us say that we want to run uh, for 1,000 users. That's what this workload modeling we discuss. So we do not have multiple script here. So we'll just understand this in taking just our two script only. Let us say that we have user registration and we have product booking. Now we want to run them for 1,000 users. So let us say 600 users will be running product booking and 400 users will be running user registration, right? So total 1,000. Now 1,000 users, since we cannot run here in real time, that you know, right? Because you should not overload the website unnecessarily, correct? So what we should do is I'll just run with 10 user. Now in 10 user only I'll segregate. So 6 user will run product booking and 4 users will run user registration. So in total, you'll see total 10 users will be running, but 6 user will be on product booking, 4 user will be on user registration. Now in report, what will happen? The common transaction will show 10 times. Okay. And uncommon will be like 6 or 4, it will be shown, right? So, and that is the reason this thing is important, like deleting the sequencing number for each request at all common transaction. Why so? Because and keeping the name of common transaction and their request same in all the script, because the common transaction should be shown as single, right? I means cumulative, consolidated, right? Because if you do not keep the name same, so what will happen? Homepage it will show one time, and again homepage will be shown one time if name is not same. Okay, name means this we have homepage name in user registration and same homepage name is here in product book. Now, if the name is different, the transaction name or the request name, so in report, what it will show when you run a test suite, it will show different means homepage one time and again homepage one time. So that is not good reporting, right? Suppose you are presenting that report to someone, so you'll ask, "Yeah, why homepage 2 times?" means separate home page one time and again one home page one time. Why this? So this is why for have a better report. Again, suppose login is there. Login is there in product booking and login is here also. Now, or sign in only you take. Here sign in is there in product booking one time and sign in is there here two times. Now, if their name is different, right? Sign in name of this is different, sign in name of this is different. So sign in the report will show at two places. One sign in one time and then one sign in two times. Two time of this and one sign one time. So anyone get confused, right? Hey, why is that sign in one time and what is this sign two times? Right? You are getting the point. So that's why that is important. So that the common transaction should be having the common representation or consolidated representation. Now I'm going to run uh, a 6 user or and 4 user. Okay. So here I'll put, see, since now users are different for different scenarios. So I'll tell you how to do that from here. For now, let us do hard coded. So here I'm doing 6 users and here I'm doing 4 users. So this 6 user will be running product booking and 4 user will be running user. In total 10 user, right? And we can see here. We can see here also. Generally, view result tree is not. When you do a good load test, that should be disabled. Remember, right? For now, we want to see it, so I'm keeping it. Now I'm running it. I'm running it fast. So you see total 10 users. How many users are there? You see total 10. Now out of total 10, 6 will be product booking and 4 will be user list. And you see common transactions. Home page 10 times. Enter the store 10 times. Sign in 14. Why 14? Because 6 time sign in product booking and 4 time user registration and again 4 time in user registration. So 6 plus 4, 10 plus 4, 10, 14, right? Then login is there. So again 6 plus 4, 10, 10 times. Then uncommon. Uncommon, like you see, PS16 is uncommon and PS15 somewhere it will be there here. Uncommon. So 4 times because this is of user registration. And select a page and all, add account and all this thing is 6 times because it is a product booking, right? Uncommon transaction. And sign out suppose common, so 10 times 6 plus 4, right? 10 times. So you see, this is how it will look. Even we will be having HTML this here. So let me open. So you can see what you see. Home page 10 times, right? Correct. Home page 10 times. Enter the store 10 times. Sign in 14 times because 6 plus 4 plus 4. Login 10 times. Now uncommon here 6. All uncommon 6. The PS15, PS16 uncommon special user is 4 times. Sign out is in last 10 times. So this is the proper representation, right? That's why we keep the name of them common transaction. And you see why we maintain the hierarchy, why we give the number like this in this test scenario when we made the document. That time I told you, right? Like, suppose this is first scenario working. So last transaction is 15. So next transaction will continue with 16 or 15. Sorry, here last transaction is at 14. So here will with 15 and 16, right? Common will keep same because if you see the report, how beautiful it looks, right? And it is in sequence. Yes, 15, 16, 17, 13 or whatever, 13, 14, 15, till 14 product booking. This 15, 16 user registration. Sign out is common to all, so it's coming in last. And that is why we do not give number to sign out. Sign out, if you see, I have not given any number. Like 14, 15 we give, right? Here not no number because uh, yeah, because it has to be in last, right? So this is what. Now next thing is, so hope this is clear. This is how we run a test. Very simple, right? Nothing is there to use. Only we have to just take care of this thing called name. Okay, name of the transaction and their request should be common. Okay, name of the common transaction and their request should be same in all this. And that we did right when we prepared the script, the steps were there, so I told that time this thing was very clear. Correct. This is the region. This is the region, or there is no region. Now coming to this segregation of the user. So I did hard coded here, but suppose if you want to run in through non-GUI mode, so if you want to control this value, then what you will do? So that time you have to create individual. Um, I'll not create now. I'll just show you directly. Unnecessary. It is very simple. Just now I have shared the script with you guys. So I'll just open that script. See what we have to do. That see users one, another variable we have to create, means three separate variables. Suppose user one and ramp up one, loop count one, test duration. So and this variable we will substitute here. User one, ramp up one, loop count one, right? Whatever, and test duration one, delay one, right? Okay. Then for another scenario, user two variable, ramp up two, loop count two, duration, right? So that we will put here, correct? Users two, ramp up two, loop count two. So now you can control, right? User one means scenario one, whatever users you want to pass, you can pass. User two means scenario two. Like that, if you have more scenarios, user three, user four, or you can give user scenario one, user scenario two, whatever variable, what how you think convenient, and just substitute those variables accordingly, right? Change those variables, correct? And then we can control passing of the users, like for product booking, how much you want to pass, for user registration, how much you want to pass, there is cancellation, how much you want to pass, what a raging complaint, what how much you want to pass. All this you can control from command line also, right? So this is the approach. Here you can see I've given 6, here I've given 4, like that. And for report, right? See here, uh, even though in this test, we suppose this test, the last test we ran for 10 users just now, correct? But uh, what happened? But still here it's showing 1. Why it's showing 1? Because uh, that time there was a single variable called users, and we were passing its value as 1. So here it was taking the users and user variable will calling as 1, right? But in this approach, you can create another variable called total users or user total. Uh, total users, and yeah, parameterize it. Yeah. Okay. And so total of user, just to pass in the file name, right? File name, so that how much user you are running in total, we can give here. So suppose this one, if I run, this is script. First, let me copy this script. So we'll see automatically. Now 10 users, it will be reflected because we changed variable, right? So we have user one, user two like that for variable to be passed here, 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 right? Or for this user registration here, here, and another variable called total user, so that we pass it over here, uh, so that it reflects in the file name, right? Fine. That's it. Okay. So that a small cosmetic change or beautification changes, facial changes you have to do. Otherwise, nothing is there in running test. Very simple. Okay. Right. So this is the final scripting. So whenever you do final script, these are some basic. This is how the best script should be prepared. Just take care of those things, right? And especially suppose this is JTL and generation of HTML report is a additional part that you may do or may not do. Remember, okay. This is just for if you want to, you are running a test from GUI, a small test like 10 user, 20 user, till 100 user like that, and you do not want to open non-GUI. So you can do that. So this is just an additional stuff, but this is important for saving the error log, right? Even if you are saving the error log, read the test directory default and time function is all you can parameterize much better to do. Okay. And so at least till here, every this thing should be added in the script. Okay. Even reading the base directory and all this. So this is how this is final script. So that what is the beauty is like this script now I will give you. You can also run. There is nothing here to change. Means in my script I have not given anything or any hard coded stuff which I have to change. So this is called a full-fledged automation work, right? Where most of the manual efforts should be removed. Okay. Like I do not have to change even if I go and want to run in non-GUI or through Jenkins, all these things are set up, right? This all parameter we can pass. You can run this. You can take and you can run this, right? So that is the thing. So just take care. Yeah. So I think we are done for today. And there is two more topics related to this one. It's not important, but I'll cover that. Yeah. So we are done. And download this uh, updated script, final script from the Google Drive link that I have given. Okay. So this three final script is there. I've just uploaded. So download it. And many other things are there. So maybe you have joined new today. Please download. I think all are old, so you will all be having that link. So get this updated JMX file. So anything you work in future, just prepare like this, and that is the best work. Right? You will be having. See, if you do like that, many things you will remember also. Okay, and when you practice like that, anything you can answer. Suppose you anyone asks, what is tear down? So that is what when we have done like this, or have you written one code so you can explain that code, right? Like that. Why you have written? Okay. So from my teaching only, you can just make a kind of fake that someone asked like, have you written any Java code? So I'll be teaching some real-time use case. You can tell that use case to me that okay, there was need to um, write order ID to a file or this thing I have to do or that thing I have to do. And that you can answer it. And then he will ask, okay, can you write that piece of code? So just write that for them. Okay. So it's like that. right? Okay. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow. It's 11 p.m. Bye. Take care. So, before closing, so these two things are there. I'll just cover them tomorrow, but they are not that much important. But yes, just for knowledge sake, maybe in interview if they ask, we should be able to. So we'll cover, and then we'll start some other topic like understanding few stuff related to report, at least 90 percentile. What is that? Okay. And then these are some theoretical, you can read yourself. Something I'll explain from here, different type of load test, performance test, how we do. This already I have covered, but few things which is left I'll cover. Okay, and rest are theoretical, so read them theories. Then we'll start this next topic. So I think tomorrow we'll finish this. Okay, bye. Take care.